Alright, Robert, these videos will be actually specifically for you because it's in, I've transposed it to the key of C, and I put the real key's in the key of G. I think you said it was in F, but it's actually in G, and I put that on the website only because if I put this one up or I use this one, I'll immediately open the line for constant emails of it's in the wrong key and why didn't you do it in the right key. I thought, I paid for the website, why is it in the wrong key? And so it dawned on me, so I had to actually do 2 sets of videos. I just finished the original in the key of G, which I'm going to use for the website, so I had to redo this for you in the key of C. And anyway, so you're the only one that will get these. I won't put these on the website because of the confusion that it will inevitably cause, even if I put notes all over it and put it in the description that it's in the key of C. So just forgo that. I'm just giving these for you. So key of C. So what we're doing, we're transposing quite a bit. To go up a half step or a whole step, or something like that is not a big deal. The transposition that you're doing, he's in the G, and we're going to get to C. We either have to go down a fifth or up a fourth, which is a split right in the middle. I mean, the only F sharp would be an exact split, but down a fifth or up a fourth is you got some issues, because you're either going to have, it's either going to sound really high when you play the piano or sound really low. I don't know any other way to explain it, but so we're having to, the original key is here. So what I did, we're going to play it higher instead of lower. I have to make a choice because I think lower too low, I think. So you can always change this. If you want to play it in the different octave, all you do is move everything down. But I think it sounds more pleasing to the ear if you've got a lower voice, to have the piano part higher and you're singing lower. So I'm gonna make the decision here. I can't sing that. I don't have a low voice, but that's where you would sing it. Side the rain begins. See how the piano's up here instead of down here. Side the rain begins. Na, 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 na. I think it sounds more pleasing to have it up here. Side the rain begins. Na, 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 never end. Na, na. So essentially, you'll be playing the right hand an octave above what you're singing. So that's what I would recommend. But you can play it lower if you like, and that will work. Just move everything down an octave. So I just wanted to give you a background on where I'm coming from here. Alright, so C, E, G, C. We're going to play it up high. If you want to play it up lower, just move it on down. Alright, but C, E, G, C. We're going to roll that up. And then we're going to have E, F, G, C. So E, F, G, C. And you're going to go ba, 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 bum. You're going to play it bottom to top. And then you're going to have the D above that. Okay, so so roll it. 1 and 2 and. And then we're going to have E, F, G, C. The same notes that you played right here, E, F, G, C. You're going to play them all together. Mixed together, alright? And then E, F, G, C, just like we've had before. Again, E, F, G, C, and then a D. And then E, G, C. And that's the last real high one we'll play. E, G, C, up high. Alright, so the right hand is 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. Now that sounds dissonant all by itself, but when you have the in the thick of things, when you're going in the right tempo, it'll sound fine. Now, looking at the left hand, we have C, G. Let's see. Yeah, it'll be. Let me try something. Experimenting with playing the left hand an octave lower with the right hand being higher, but let's not get too confusing. All right, so middle C on the left, and then up to G, and then up to C, ba, 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 and then D, and then C. So that D is right above middle C, and then C. So look at this as one group, the first three, and then the next two notes as another group. So 1 and 2, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. And then here we have E, C, E. So E, C, E, E, C, E, and then D, A, C. So this first group is one group, the first three, and the next three is another group. Okay? And then the last group is C, G, C. Okay? Now this is just for the intro, but if you'd like to play the left hand lower while the right hand's higher, that would work. I'll show you that in a second, but let me show you the way I've just taught it to you. Alright? So ready, go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 2. Alright, notice the left hand comes in between there. You see that? So this is together, right, and then together. These are together. Right, and then left, then right. So right here is 1 and 2 and 2. Now if you played the left hand only down an octave, it would sound like this. It's a matter of personal preference. But now we're going to go to the middle of the piano. Alright? Way too low for me. I've got a high voice. Okay, I'm going to play the piano here instead of here. You could do that, but you know, my preference is to play it up higher. If I were accompanying you, and you know, you're a baritone voice, I would play it here. That's how I would do it. So let's look at it. So at this point right here, da 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 da. Outside, on the word side is where you start playing this. Outside, outside the rain begins. All right. So B E A, and then the thumb of the B plays again. Side, and I may sing this up in the side the rain begins. I'm singing it up real high, an octave higher than what you will. But and then right here we have B, E, G sharp B, E, G sharp B all together, and then the D after it. So right here it's da 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 da. Left hand's on an E octave. Starting at this point, each left hand will equal 2 notes, which will be the octave. So right here is where we start doing the octaves in the left hand. E octave, E octave. So side the rain begins. So A and C together, and then E on the thumb 2 times. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to teach it to you up an octave, but I'll also play it down an octave in case that's the way you would rather do it. Because you know, just because I would do it a certain way doesn't mean that's the way it should be done. It's a matter of personal taste. Alright, so, and then we're going to have B flat and E together here, and then to a D, and then C, and then to an E, and then to a D. So what I did is I wrote this out in the original key, and then had it all written out, and then I just looked at that and then transposed it downward by sight. You know, if I wrote a G, I would, you know, go down a fifth or up a fourth. So I'd write G would equal C, C would equal F, and so forth. So I went directly off of the original to transpose this. And C and E, and then down to D. The left hand's on a C octave. Never end. All right. So right here we have 1. it's A and F together, then down to C on the thumb 2 times. Left hand's on an F octave. 1, 2. And you can do it here if you want. 1 and 2 and then. Okay. Now right here you got to watch your singing because the piano part is not playing exactly what you're singing. It is here. You're singing an F sharp, ba, 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 but the right hand's playing an A. So watch that when you're singing. Ba, 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 na, 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 na. Alright, so what do we have? A and F together, F octave, down to C 2 times. 1, 2. Now here we have G, B, C, and then ba, ba. So it's a group of 5. Ba, 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 ba. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G, B, C, and then an E on the thumb, and then G and C together to end it. Da, 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 ba, ba. And then na, 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 na. This is going to be the same, again, group of 5. A, B, C, E flat. And then we play the C and the F sharp together. Da, da, da. Okay, left hand's on an E octave, and then an E flat octave. So we have da, da, da. If this bothers you and you have trouble singing, you can change it to an F sharp so it'll match the note you're singing. But alright, you may want to do that, may not. Alright, let's continue on. In a minute I'll play it all the way through. But at least the verse. But F, A, C, down to D, 2 times, left hand's on a D octave. 1, 2, ba, ba, da, ba, da, na. Alright, so this is G and B, down to D. You play a G octave when you do that once, and then you play it again, except the left hand's an F octave this time. So B and G down to D again, but F octave on the left hand. So E, G, B together, down to D on the thumb, 2 times, left hand's on an E octave. 1, 2. Then we have C, A to E, 2 times, left hand on an A octave. 1, 2. Just like we had C, A to E here. So 1, 2. And then we have forevermore. Right here is where we sing forevermore. A, F, down to C. Left hand on the D octave. Forevermore. 2, 3. Forevermore. She'll offer me. A, F, C. I have a high tenor voice. If you're a baritone, that's right in your wheelhouse, right there. Then here's the chorus. Okay, so now let me go from the beginning. Boy, what's the time on the... let's stop this.